Wind, storm surge, and inland flooding from Hurricane Matthew devastated parts of South Carolina back in October of 2016.
Our viewers were looking for a reassuring yet direct voice to guide them through the first significant hurricane threat in nearly 2 decades.
They didn't have to look far. They found it in the Lowcountry's morning meteorologist Josh Marthers and Storm Team 2.
We still have a lot of time. It seems closer than it really is, but you got to remember this storm's a long way off. We're still looking at 2 or 3 days here before it gets here. So we got to slow down and take a breath, all right? And we'll get there when we get there. But right now, you just need to be getting prepared for the possibility of tropical storm and hurricane conditions along our coast late this week. Not saying it's a guarantee, but it's something that we've been talking about all week, and I'll say it one more. You've kind of got to keep a steady hand when it comes to this, because each little track shift really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. We have to wait and see, do we see a distinctive trend? Because either way, we're going to have a lot of rain coming in, we think, by Friday morning, and there will be the potential for several inches across the area, specifically closer to the coast. Tropical storm conditions still likely, mainly closer to the coast. Hurricane conditions are possible. We cannot rule that out still, just yet. There's a lot of time where things can change. So just stick with us. Keep doing what you're doing. Like we said yesterday, now's the time to prepare. It's not the time to panic. There it is. The hurricane is well defined on the radar. I know the satellite presentation overnight was a little ragged. That happens as the storm goes through inner eye wall replacement cycles, and also it's starting to lift a little bit farther north, and these storms change a little bit as they lift to the north. Let's show you the satellite image, and you can see that. Look how large the storm has become, a rapidly expanding storm now across the southwestern Atlantic. The center is down here just to the east of Cape Canaveral, but look at the circulation impacts going all the way up into the mid-Atlantic states. This is a large hurricane, and as it moves to the north, we're going to already see some rain moving in. Look at the heavy showers developing in Georgetown County, moving across parts of Berkeley County, back now even west of I-95. Pretty decent band trying to organize too here off the Charleston County coast. We're going to be keeping an eye on that this morning. So as you rush your plans to completion and try to evacuate, if you haven't left surge-prone areas yet, it's a good idea to get out of those areas. You still have time before the dangerous surge arrives late tonight and into tomorrow. So if you have not evacuated, I strongly urge you do so if you're in surge-prone areas, as that will be the largest risk here, as we're expecting a 4 to 8 foot storm surge along our coast with 8 to 14 inches of rain on top of that. 6 o'clock, I want you to watch this map and pay attention to me right here, because this is when we think the potential for that surge will really start to come into play right around daybreak tomorrow into the morning hours, and here's why. Notice the wind arrows here screaming off the Atlantic. Well, the center of circulation is going to be near or just to the east of Savannah around 6 o'clock in the morning, and what happens is that wind shoves the ocean up against the coast, and it's lifted up over the land, and in those surge-prone areas right along the immediate coastline and around the tidal creeks, we could see inundation of 4 to 8 feet. And this is going to be a big deal.
We're going to send it over to the Lowcountry's Chief Meteorologist, Rob Fowler, and also joined by Josh Marthers. Our full team of weather scientists are tracking this storm for you, and we are very concerned about the latest track of Matthew, Rob.
Yeah, we really are. As we showed you at 11 o'clock, and Josh, you and I were just talking about it, that the official track comes very, very close, uncomfortably close to the Charleston County coast.
And the thing that you have to realize too with a lot of these tracks is they are trend lines. There is rarely a sudden shift.
Right.
So each advisory is hey, this is the general idea, and based off of what Rob and I are seeing here, we would hope by now, based off of where this is, we would have at least started to see a bend. We're not seeing a bend. If anything, it still looks like it's going slightly west of north.
Right.
And if that occurs, there is a distinct possibility, if not here in the next couple of hours, a growing likelihood that we could have a landfalling hurricane on the South Carolina coast.